Alright, whatever you do, don't stall the bike, because it won't start again. Alright, well that's pretty much it. So here's the story. Man, the dumbest stuff happened to me today, man. What was it? The battery on my bike is going bad. So I shut it off and I tried to start it again and it died. When I got here. Like, if you try to start it right after you rode it, it's okay, you know, but yeah. So yeah, when I got to the gate and I shut the bike off, or no, when I got to the little station and I shut the bike off, it didn't want to run anymore. Like, it didn't want to start anymore. So I was like, what the hell, dude? Yeah, so so when I got here and I opened my trunk and I was like, hey, why is it all wet everywhere? Why is it wet everywhere? And then I found out why. I had a soda in my backpack, and I guess I had my phone mount in there. My phone mount's hard plastic, you know, and yeah, it punctured it. It got punctured in my backpack. There it is. Thank you for visiting WeatherTech Raceway. Here we go. But yeah, so that was the suck right there, man. Woo! Yeah, so all my stuff got wet. It had like orange soda all over everything, man. It was horrible. And then just now I found out, oh man, because that soda ruptured in my backpack, it got my second camera was in there. My second camera got wet. So I'm trying to get out of here before the sun comes down, because the sun is coming down like right now and it's gonna get really cold. I'm hoping to get to do some fun riding on the way back. I want to hit up SoCal San Jose in Capitola, so I can get a fun ride back rather than just taking 17 back or one. But anyway, yeah. So that was a suck, man. My camera died. Hopefully I can revive it. There's a way I can revive it whatchamacallit. Alright, I'm gonna take one back. We took 101 on the way here. So I hope it stays warm. It's about 4 something right now. Yeah. So all right. So man, what a Hades Mega is just not having the best day. The KLR is like kind of crapping out on me, and it needs an engine rebuild. And oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check if I was out of oil. Shit, man. You know what? I may stop in Monterey. We'll stop in Monterey, and I was going to check the oil level before we head out on the freeway. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, we got there. And then the bike is like dying and stuff. So here's what happened. We got there, and then I went and looked at all the bikes and stuff. Cool, man. There was a lot of cool bikes to look at, man. And it was kind of hard to find the electric ones, but I found them all. There was a bunch of SRFs. There were some SRs. I got to see my very first Brembo Impulse. It's pretty cool. I got to chat with everybody, all the racers and stuff. So that was cool. And yeah, I got to see the light fighter, the LFR 19R, and then I got to oh my god, it's cold, man. Yeah, so the theme for the whole day is it was really freaking cold, man. It's super cold. It's still wintertime, man. For sure, dude. Could not wait for the sun to come up, and now the sun's coming down and it's gonna be really cold. It's gonna suck. Anyway, let's talk about the race. So the electric races, Formula Lightning races, the Formula Lightning class was, there was 2 classes. There is a Formula Lightning and Formula Lightning Extreme. The Extreme one is like, I guess for bikes with really high voltages, like the Ego. The interesting thing is the SRF doesn't fall into that class, and I know that SRF is about as fast as the Ego, so, I know that from the refuel event. So yeah, race 10 starts finally, and they're mixed in with a bunch of other internal combustion engine bikes. So I thought it would have been nice. I thought it was going to be a race with all electric bikes. So it would have been cool. It would have been like super quiet, right? you just kind of just hear something whiz right by, right? But now they ever mix in with a bunch of super bikes and vintage bikes and stuff, so and like CBXs out there, and it's kind of hard to tell what bike is what, you know. Especially you can't tell by the noise because they're mixed in with all the ice bikes. So yeah, we're Monterey, and then what happened next? Oh yeah. Okay, so for the way I saw it, I'm not 100% on the race results, but I think there was two or three SRFs in the front. All the SRFs were in the front in the Lightning class, and then it was followed by SR and another SR, and then the Bremo. So yeah, it's pretty much how I thought it might go. You know, I was hoping the Bremo would do better. I think it was in the back. I'm not 100% on the results, but that's what I saw. And then I saw the Light Fighter and the Ego were racing each other. Well, they were racing each other in the same class, is what I'm going to say. But they weren't necessarily. They were on the track with a bunch of other bikes. The Light Fighter was. I think the Light Fighter beat the Ego. But the Ego wasn't too far behind. It was, I don't know, it was a couple bikes behind, is what I'm going to say. And then, what's the deal? Yeah, so that's how it was. But I think it was like, the Light Fighter was in front of the some of the SRS. There was one that was in front. I think it was number 930 or something. I'm not sure. That might have been Kenyon Kluge. He's really, really fast rider. He might have been first place, I think. But all I know is that the SRS were in the front of the Lightning class. In the Extreme Lightning, it was a Light Fighter followed by the Ego. There was only two bikes though, and I think the Light Fighter was kind of mixed in there with the SRFs. If you were to put them all together, I think they were in there with all the SRS, and I think the Ego was like kind of like in the middle of the pack. I think, not 100 on that. But anyway, I'll check the results when I go home, or later. But yeah, so I had a great time. I got to see a bunch of cool bikes. I got to talk to some electric motorcycle folks. It was kind of a long day. It was really cold in the morning, and it's kind of cold right now, so I'm not really looking forward to the ride back. I don't really want to take the freeway back, man. And then my bike is having a lot of problems, man. My bike's battery is dying, so. This bike has an Odyssey battery in it that's been in here for more than 10 years, and it's finally given up the ghost. That's what I want to say. It's finally going bad, so I guess I'm gonna have to replace it soon, man. It's an expensive battery too. But I think the Odyssey battery is worth it, man. It's a long-lasting battery. It's given me very few problems in its life. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, man. I'm not having the best of days, but I did get to see some rad bikes. I got to see a cool Bremo Impulse. They call that on the Light Fighter also. Oh, that's interesting. I'll talk about some of the bikes that I saw, and I'll kind of put some pictures. There was a dude that I was racing with during refuel. He said he's been watching my videos too. His name is James, I think. And oh shit, we're on one already. I guess we're gonna have to. Okay, we gotta head to Santa Cruz. I should have got off somewhere. I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna check the oil. That's what I'm gonna do. My KLR burns oil, so I have to make sure I keep on refilling it if it's low. I never checked it, so. Alright, we're gonna go one to Santa Cruz. I think it should be okay though. But it's been eating up a lot of oil lately. Whoa, alright. Target fixation. I was looking that way and then the road goes this way. Woo! By the way, I think we're going to pass by the Light Fighter exit around here somewhere. I'll let you know when we get there. But anyway, yeah, I got to see, so there was SR, that was James's SR. That's pretty cool. I talked to him all the time. I talked to him at the refuel event and he recognized me. People like know me now. I saw Stefano, the North American CEO of Energica, I think that's his title. He's a pretty cool guy. And what else? Oh, the sun's come out. Yes. Yeah, I want to get home before the sun comes down though. I'm just gonna stay in the slow lane, dude. Oh, we can get off here. Yeah, we could have got off here. Damn it, that was a good place to get off. All right, well, I'm gonna pull off, and we're gonna check the oil before we take off. I don't want to run this thing without oil. So. But anyway, yeah, I got to see his SR again. I don't remember how he did during the refuel event. He probably did better than me. I got stuck behind some Zero FX on my lap, on my recorded lap, so I didn't very good time. I saw Arthur Kowitz. I got to talk to him. I saw Arthur Kowitz's SR. You couldn't tell it was an SR unless you looked at the motor. He has it's pretty much a stock SR with a fairing on it, and it had it was liquid cooled. It was a liquid cooled SR. So he had added some liquid cooling to the motor. I think from what it looked like automatic transmission fluid, like the Energicas run. Okay, and what else? Oh, there it is. There's Light Fighter. All right, so there you go. This exit right here, which we'll probably exit anyways. Exit 406, Light Fighter Drive. That's what Brian Wisman named his new bike, the Light Fighter LFR-19R, or the LF-19R. That's what he named it after. The name of that exit right there, according to him. I think Light Fighter has to do with something about something in the army, like some infantry, or some kind of armored, like a mechanized infantry. I think because Fort Ord used to be. Fort Ord is right here. See, Monterey Bay, Fort Ord, next right. And this is where we're going to exit right now because I'm going to go check my oil level. Nice day to ride on one though. It's a little cold and windy, but it got sunny once we left the racetrack. It's funny. But there it is. There's the Light Fighter Drive right there. That's what he named the bike after. That's what he said in the video. In the video they were talking about. So I'm going to exit, pull over, and take a break, and then check the oil level. Okay, yeah, I checked the oil level. It's like in the middle. It should be fine. It should get us home. That's the thing about these freaking KLRs, man. Some of them burn a lot of oil. Mine is one of those. It's just gotten worse over the years. So I'm here at like Fort Ord. I just peeled off of the highway just to freaking check the oil level before we leave. That would be the end of a really bad day if I seized my engine because I had no oil in it, right? All right. Oh, that's it, dude. That battery is done, dude. Now we got to do this, and there's a limited amount of times that we can do this until this one runs out of power. And I definitely have to charge this one. Come back. Okay. Oops. Damn it, the cover came off. And it works. 3S LiPo. All right, here we go. Alright, cool. We got oil and we checked out Light Fighter Drive. We're in the city of Marina now. Alright, so continue on the way. so what's the word? So we pretty much just got to follow this all the way home. It'll be a fun little ride. It's a very big fairing on it in the front. and it was a water-cooled SR basically. Other than that, he said pretty much everything is stock. Like the batteries are stock, the motor is stock, you know, the computer system is stock, all that good stuff. Woo! So what else? I got to check out Peter's Energica Ego. He said he owns a Bravo also. That's pretty cool. Definitely the Ego is a big step up from the Bravo. I'll tell you that. But yeah, so he was racing against the Light Fighter, which I'll talk about right now. So they had the Light Fighter there, Troy Siahan and Brian Wisman. Brian Wisman is the guy that designed the bike. He's also the guy that helped design the Bramo Impulse and the Victory Impulse. It's pretty cool. The second time I met him, he's a cool guy. He's really nice. Say hey to him when you see him. But yeah, I got to chat with them, and I was talking to Troy and everything, and they were looking at the bike. They let me take some pictures of the bike. They had a sleeping bag or like a blanket draped over the batteries. They were trying to keep the batteries warm. Because the batteries don't perform very well when they're cold, I know that. And it was so cold today, man, so cold. And then, yeah, it was a pretty sweet bike, man. I also got to see that bike race against the gas bikes. They raced the gas bikes in one of those races. I was surprised. I was just watching like, hey, that's the Light Fighter. That's Troy. So that was pretty cool. I don't remember how well he did. I think they did pretty good. And then they raced in the Formula Lightning after, so they must have charged it right away, you know. I got to look at that. I got to look at Richard's Bramo Impulse. Pretty cool. He bought two of them. He said one of them used to belong to Brian Wisman. It's pretty nice. One of them had like a kind of fairing on it. The other one was like a naked bike, kind of like a Street Fighter. It looked pretty sweet. It was black. I guess he called it a Light Fighter also. He said it had a Victory Impulse TT motor, because the motor in the Victory Impulse is a little bit better, I think. I'm not sure, but I think 2014 and up they got a different an IET motor or IET gearbox. I think the motor's like made by Parker or something. And yeah, so an interesting thing in the note is that Arthur Cohen said he used to own a Victory Impulse, but something went haywire on it, and Victory traded him him for a new bike, you know. So that's too bad. He said he liked it. I guess I'm fortunate. I'm not really having any problems with mine, so trying to take good care of it. But yeah, so I got to look at Richard's Bramo. It's pretty cool. It's all black. I think he's running a 53 tooth rear sprocket. I think the stock is like a 40 something. He's running a stock front sprocket, so I think it's a 1453. And yeah, and he had like some clip-on handlebars. They took the onboard charger off. They stripped off, you know, all the stuff that makes the bike heavy that you don't really need, like they made it into a cafe racer pretty much, you know. Yeah, it was sweet. That was my first time seeing a Bramo Impulse. It was a sweet looking bike, man. It was small. Everyone says like, hey, the Impulse is small when they look at it. And like, you know what? I think you're right. It is kind of small. It feels small when I ride it, but it's definitely kind of heavy for its size, you know. I want to say. But yeah. The interesting thing is that he said he was running a 160 rear, so he must be using the Victory Impulse's rear wheel, because the Victory Impulse came with a 160 rear, and the other Impulses came with a 180. Oh, this is so relaxing. We're not going very fast. What else? I got to look at Peter's ego. I didn't really chat with him about it too much. I think it was pretty much, it's pretty much stock almost. I don't really know what other stuff like they kind of did some racing stuff to it, you know, but it pretty much has all the stock stuff on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. There was another, I think there was from what I remember, there was 2 SRs. I think there was 3 SRFs. There was a Light Fighter and the Ego. There was another Ego. I think that was Chris's Ego. That's what they were saying. I didn't see Chris. So he must have been out doing something. So hey Chris, I was there, but you weren't there. So but your bike was there. Holy crap, where are we going? We're taking 1, right? Yeah. Alright, yeah man. So pretty cool. Pretty cool day. I got to see some cool bikes. There's a lot of cool, they had sidecars out there too. That's the first time I've seen those racing sidecars. They look freaking dope, dude. I wonder what it's like to ride in one of those, man. To ride on the sidecar. It's not like you're riding, it's more like you're hanging on for your life. Yeah, so that was my day. It was pretty cool. We got to see a bunch of racing. But I really enjoyed it. I'm glad. Also, by the way, Energica sent me an email about the event, and that Peter was going to be there racing. So yeah, that was the deal with that. Yeah, you know, that's interesting how they're gonna make classes for electric bikes, because I tell you this, man, this electric super bikes, the bikes like the SR and the Impulse, there's no way they're gonna keep up with like a SRF or like an Ego or Energica, you know. Those bikes have just got a lot of power, man. A lot of power. How do I know? I rode them. So yeah. So that was my day. I'm headed home. Hopefully the bike makes it home. I hope so. It's only some battery problems. I'm just gonna get a new battery. Sadness. And then I have to wash my backpack because it's got orange soda in it everywhere. And hopefully my camera didn't break. Yeah, my camera got soda in it. So I didn't have the back cover on it, so damn it. So yeah, that's the plan, to make it home before it gets dark. And we got some sunlight still, so I think we'll make it back. Probably another hour to get home. It's definitely, this way is a lot slower than the 101 way, but I don't mind going slow because it's a freaking cold day, man. Hella cold. Alright! I wish I could do some electric bike racing like that, man, but I still I don't have the coin to do it, man. It's so expensive. You gotta, you know, tires and tire warmers, and I kind of got that stuff, you know, but I don't know. It's a lot of money, you know. It's a lot of traveling to different racetracks and stuff. Maybe one day. Save up some money, Merlin. Alright. Plus I, you know, I don't want to beat up my street bike taking it on the track, you know. That's what I don't want to do. Alright, so that's my end vlog for the AHRMA racing. I think that's AHRMA round 1. AHRMA round 1. That's what it is. That's our first race of the year. So, and it's the closest one to me. So, that should be cool. I enjoyed it. I got to see some cool bikes and talk to some cool people. It was a lot of fun. All right, here's my guy. You know, one thing that was pretty cool is, like, I talked to a lot of people. I was surprised the amount of people that were racing today. They had a Bramo before, you know, or Victory, like Arthur and Peter. They said they had a Bramo, you know, before, or Victory, Impulse. And you know, for the most part, they say they like them, you know. It's such a shame that, you know, Victory went under and then they never, you know, they kind of just shelved the Impulse, man. I think, you know, honestly, I think for the Impulse, I think if they had been able to come down on the price, you know. Yeah, I think if they'd been able to come down on the price to like 15,000, you know, at least make it competitive with the SR, you know. If anything, it's very similar to the SR, you know. That's what I think, you know. It'd be nice to own an SR for a little while though to see what it's like, but I heard a lot of things about, yeah, they overheat and stuff, you know. I've never had a problem with the impulse overheating. That, or it's just I haven't pushed it hard enough. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was my first time seeing a Bratmo impulse, and it looked very similar to the Victory impulse, is what I want to say. I mean, yeah, granted, it was highly modified, you know. I wonder whatever happened to the Impulse RR, the racing one, the one they used to race up Pikes Peak. Whatever happened to those bikes? That's what I'm trying to. I was kind of doing the commentary while I was doing the video, like, oh, there's SRF, there's SRF. One thing I have to say is the SRF is a very noticeable bike. I can tell you that now. Like, it looks different than any of the other bikes. Like, it looks like a space bike, like a little spaceship. That's what the SRF looks like, you know. It's definitely a fast bike, man. Definitely a fast bike. It was leading. I think it was leading the pack with the electric bikes. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, it was. I think that was Kenyan just tearing it up, man. So that's what I want to say about the SRF, man. It was very noticeable on the racetrack, man. You can tell what it is by its kind of shape and its color, and you know, looking at the battery and stuff. How come there was no Harley Davidson live wires out there, man? Huh? No live wires out there? No one want to race one yet?